Hey everyone, welcome back to Nate Reviews. Today we're diving into the first chapter became a cinematic juggernaut, and that is Avatar, directed by the legendary James Cameron. With the latest installment to the Avatar franchise, Avatar Fire and Ash, set to come out like next week, I thought I could take the time to talk about this one and my Weight of Water video that's coming out in like a couple of days. And I thought it'd be a good time to revisit this franchise, recap the original story, and explore why this film has remained in like so much pop culture in a decade later. So when Avatar first released back in 2009, Avatar, it wasn't just a film, it was a revolution in filmmaking. Not only did it introduce 3D graphics and motion capture technology that changed the industry forever, but it also told the story of nature, culture, and humanity clashing on a visually stunning alien world. So the film follows Jake Sully, a former Marine who is paralyzed and he relies on a wheelchair to move around. He's given the chance to walk again through the Avatar, a genetically modified body that allows humans to interact with Pandora's native people, which is known as the Na'vi. And by the way, guys, the Na'vi are like 9 feet tall, so probably as tall as like one of like, hey, let's see, tall as like one of those trees outside. So you can imagine how tall it is. I'd be really small if I would be like that. Anyways, so Jake is part of this RDA, the RDA Corporation, which is buying Pandora for its precious material, unbolatium, while predicting the study for the Na'vi for peaceful contact. However, as Jake Sully learns the ways of Na'vi and the world, he starts questioning his loyalty and the operation. The film is like a really great story of sci-fi, some great visuals, and like how like man versus nature kind of thing. It is a heartfelt story clash between the corporate greed and the Na'vi's deep connection to Pandora. The breathtaking action sequence, expansive world building, and emotional character arcs, Cameron explores themes of environmentalism, identity, and what it truly means to belong. Now let's talk about the cast of the movie. First off, Sam Worthington delivers a great performance as Jake Sully. Like, I just knew, like, from the moment, he just does the amazing amount of acting, and I'm just so impressed with how it's done. And let's not to mention Zoe Saldana, who would later go on to do Gamora in the MCU. She does a great performance in acting as Neytiri, bringing both strength and depth in the character that could have been in a one-dimensional fantasy figure. Her motion capture performance helped define what could be the benchmark for the industry. And not to mention, Stephen Lang, who plays Colonel Miles Korjic in the movie, does a great villainous actor. It just shows how much the actor does a stunning performance as like this character for this franchise, and how he would continue to do that in like the later sequels. And also, the queen of sci-fi, Sigourney Weaver, does impressive acting well. I gotta give props to that. And not to mention, the chemistry between Worthington and Saldana carries so much emotional weight for the film, and supporting cast helps Pandora feel alive and populated. The motion capture is revolutionary. The way it's shot and it's stunning. When actors do motion capture, wearing these black bodysuit things, they have these white dots in their face and like the camera thing, so the visuals can capture like, the movement, the expressions, just like how many Hollywood films do that, like King Kong, Lord of the Rings, and so many others. And it's beyond impressive in my opinion, and I myself enjoyed it. And I actually learned this, but Cameron spent reportedly over a decade developing the technology in the world of Pandora. This is why the universe is so richly detailed and we live in. Like, fun fact, during like development of Titanic, James Cameron actually wrote like an 80-page document of him about Avatar. But when the technology wasn't there at the time, he spent like it will be 12 years later till that film is released, and The technology does really improve visuals. And it just like it really captures the attention like how our world is like in a nature preserved area. It's like so well how James Cameron and his team does this incredible taste. Avatar is more than just a blockbuster. It's a story about empathy, connection, and the consequence of human greed, told the way no other film is told before. And yeah, this. I want you guys to know this is not the first time I'm gonna be doing an Avatar, because in a couple of days I'll talk about Avatar: The Way of Water, a sequel that took so many years to make, but it's worth the watching. And as fate would have it, I'm going to also talk about Avatar: Fire and Ash when I go see that film later on in late December. Now I'm going to join Returning to the World of Pandora for that movie. So if you haven't seen Avatar in a while or ever, this is the perfect time to revisit Pandora and appreciate the artistry behind the first film, and you're ready for like the next story that will be fantastic for everyone. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Avatar, till then, stay safe and see you on Pandora.